Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, January 30th. And you can see this picture here taken from 1978. And this kind of reminds me of the kind of weather we had that year, those couple of years. Very cold. Today, really into tomorrow morning, will be ground zero for this cold spell. We expect pretty gusty winds to really kick up this afternoon. Temperatures below zero now may actually fall during the afternoon, if you can believe that. And with those gusty winds up to 25 and 30 miles an hour and temperatures below zero, we could see wind chills from -20 to -40 degrees below zero. And these are pretty historic type wind chills. And then, if you can believe that, we're going to climb up into the 30s and even into the 40s as we get into Sunday and Monday with some showers. Maybe starts out with a mixture of rain and snow. Not a big deal, but it'll certainly melt quite a bit of the snow that we got. And then I think we'll go back into a more winter type pattern here once we get towards the middle of next week. We're eyeing a couple of systems here for next week, but right now they come and go on the model, so we'll just have to wait a few days on that. But very cold, very wintry out here over the next several days. And our normal high is 29, the normal low is 13. We won't come close to the record of 23 below zero for today, but tomorrow morning's record of 17 below zero certainly isn't impossible that we could get that cold. I think many areas will get around 10 to 15 below zero tonight. Again, some of the colder spots could drop down to 20 below. If you hang on to more clouds, you may stop around 5 to 10 below. And again, if we look at yesterday, this would actually be Monday. We had a high of 16 and a low of 2. And so far now for the month, we are down to minus 1.5 degrees below normal for the month. So this cold spell has wiped out all that warm start that we had to the month of January. And as far as our snowfall, we're now up to 27.7. So far for the month of January, we're at 15.1, and that's about 136% of the normal, and we're well on pace to hit our 40 inches of snow here, which is normal for a season. And if we look at the Breckenridge area as far as the winter wheat snow crop cover, you can see we went a pretty long stretch from the late November period into the middle of January with very little snow on the ground. But we've made up for it now, and we'll continue to see about 6 to 10 inches of snow on the ground here for the next 4 or 5 days anyways, until we see some melting take place. Out there this morning, everyone is below zero. Again, the cold spot that I could find, 7.8 degrees below zero at Blissfield, and wind chills are down around 30 below zero right now across that area. And again, everyone's below zero. You can see the wind chill warnings in effect. Even a couple of winter weather advisories just to the east of this winter storm warning, where several more inches of snow. But more importantly, more than the snow, the blowing and the drifting, combine that with the excessive cold, and that's why they've maintained these winter storm warnings for that area. You can see on satellite, this is not clouds. This is just the extreme cold, and I can't remember seeing this kind of a cold pattern drop in that's been this cold here in the Great Lakes. And you can see where the lake effect snows have absolutely really fired up this morning here and overnight. Again, lots of lake effect across southwest lower Michigan, and that's extended, you can see, as it comes across the I-96, I-94 corridor. So again, winter storm warnings all the way into Lansing area. Again, so it's a pretty nasty morning out there, and it'll be a nastier afternoon, I think, as winds, I think, will even kick up more here during the afternoon. You can see on the radar those feeder bands coming all the way in towards the center part of the state in this favored area, where they're getting convergence from the extremely cold air on one side to the slightly milder air, if you can call below zero milder, but there is a convergence there that often sets up along that I-96 corridor. And again, more snow showers throughout the day. And I think as the winds pick up, they'll move inland. I think even here in mid-Michigan, we'll have more in the way of snow showers here for the afternoon hours and some gusty winds. And you can see on the weather map this morning with that low pressure system to our north, that cold air falling right out of the North Pole, right down into the Great Lakes, and heavy lake effect snows will continue across Lake Superior and Lake Michigan. And then if we look at the precipitation over the next 7 days, which will include about a ½ inch of this, maybe in the form of rain with some snow and sleet mixed in here over the weekend, and then it changes to showers as we get into Monday, and then back to maybe some snow showers as a cold front comes through. And then we're going to have to watch, see if a secondary low develops on that front as it passes south of Michigan. That could bring us some snow around next Wednesday, but right now the confidence is quite low on that possibility. And if we look at the snowfall over the next 72 hours, again, all lake effect snow, but you can see that feeder band coming all the way to the eastern part of the state, center part of the state, where a couple of inches is possible, but definitely the heaviest snows will be along the lakeshore of Lake Michigan, Lake Superior, over here in Canada off Lake Huron, And of course, Lake Erie and Lake Ontario also getting in on the snow action as well. And as far as our forecast goes, down to about -7 this morning, but highs will only climb up to about -5, and then they'll begin to fall during the afternoon. We'll get down to at least 11 below in many areas. Again, some areas could see temperatures around 15 to 20 below, but overall I think about 5 to 15 below. It'll be quite a spread depending on whether or not you clear out or not. Highs tomorrow only 4 above. It'll be breezy, wind chills at least into the noon or 1 o'clock hour, probably in that 20 to 30 below range. So tomorrow also is going to be an awfully nasty day. And then finally we begin to warm up after a cold start to the day on Friday at -6. We'll warm up into the teens, up into the mid-30s on Saturday, and then maybe into the mid-40s on Sunday with some rain, maybe ends as a little bit of snow showers. But again, much warmer conditions coming up for the weekend. But until then, it's going to be shiver time across much of the area. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.